Very, very good morning to all of you, my friends. Welcome back. I hope you guys are doing good. So, in the previous three sessions, we discussed many questions on service costing. I hope you guys are thorough with the concept of transportation industry, hotels, and hospitals. If you guys have any doubts till now in transportation, hotels, and hospitals, you guys can post your queries. There was a homework from my side that solved all the questions of study material, past practice manual related to transportation, hotel, and hospitals. So I hope you guys have solved the questions. Good morning, Linga. Good morning, Jaya. Good morning, Geeta. Good morning, Pooja. So now let's proceed further with few more questions. I request you guys to open your study material. I'll be discussing the questions from study material. So please open your study material. I'll be starting from illustration number 9. I'll be discussing question illustration number 9, page number 12.35. So let's start with illustration number 9, page number 12.35. Following are the data pertaining to Infotech Private Limited for the year ending 22-23. Salary to software engineer, total 5 persons are there, and we are paying a salary of 15 lakh rupees. Salary to a project leader, 2 persons, we are paying a salary of rupees 9 lakh. Salary to project manager, we are paying 6 lakh, and there is only one project manager. Repairs and maintenance are 3 lakh. Administration overheads are 12 lakh. The company executes a project XYZ. The details of the same are as follows, wherein the project duration is 6 months. One project leader, 3 software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project. The duration is for 6 months. So basically, one project leader and 3 software engineers were working on the project for 6 months. Whereas the project manager spends 2 months' efforts during the execution of the project. Travel expenses incurred for the project is 1,87,500. 2 laptops were purchased at a cost of 50,000 each for use in the project, and the life of the same is estimated to be 2 years. You are required to prepare the project cost sheet. So now this question is related to information technology based industry. Again, IT based companies or IT based organization provide us the services. So again, they use service costing to calculate the cost per unit of service. So let's start with preparation of project cost sheet. Now see, when talking about the format, I discussed the format only in transportation industry, wherein you have to distribute the cost in 3 parts. That is standing or fixed cost, variable or running cost, and maintenance cost. Apart from this, no fixed format for any of the service sector. But see, if the hint is given in the question as regards variable and fixed, it's better to prepare as variable and fixed in hospitals or hotels, whatever it is. So now when talking about IT industry, again, there is no fixed format. Straight away, we will start the solution. Simply, we have to prepare the statement of cost. So let's start with preparation of project cost sheet. So salary to software engineer, there are total 5% and they are paying them 15 lakh rupees. And three software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project. So see, the total amount is 15 lakh and there are total 5 persons. So it means the per person salary is how much? 3 lakh. Now the duration is 6 months. So into 6 by 12, into how many software engineers were working on the project? So three software engineers were involved for the entire duration of the project. So this will be 4,50,000. Salary of project leader is 9 lakh and they are paying two persons rupees 9 lakh. So per person it will be 4,50,000. When talking about the project manager, he dedicated 2 months for the execution of the project. So these are the total salary paid to the staff for this project. Now, guys, very important. There are overheads of the company, that is repairs and maintenance and administration overhead. That is 3 lakh and 12 lakh. Now, what we have to do, we need to charge these overheads to this project to calculate the total cost. I repeat again, there is no basis of allocation given for repairs and maintenance and administration overhead. Since they are incurred as a whole, so we need to charge these overheads also to this project cost to calculate the total cost of the project. Now, the question is how to charge this 3 lakh and 12 lakh to this project. Because see, there must be n number of projects the company is working on. So the point is we don't know the number of projects also. So how to charge these overheads, that is important. So now, guys, this is an information technology based industry. This is IT based industry. And IT based industry is highly dependent upon their skilled workers. That is the software engineer, project leader, project manager. So since no other base is given, so better all the extra overheads over and above the salaries will be absorbed on the basis of salary paid to the IT professional. So writing a note also for your reference. Says IT industry is highly dependent on skilled workforce So in absence of information, all the other overheads will be absorbed on the basis of salary paid to IT professionals. So since information technology industry is highly dependent upon skilled workforce, so in absence of information, all the other overheads will be absorbed on the basis of salary paid to IT professionals. So see, my total other overheads are how much? 3 lakh plus 12 lakh, that is 15 lakh. How much is the total salary paid? That is 15 lakh plus 9 lakh plus 6 lakh, that is 30 lakh. Into 100. It means overheads are 50% of the salary paid to IT professionals. So herein also, the total salary paid is how much? 7,75,000. So how much will be my overheads? 50% of the salary paid. So this will be 3,87,500. Now, apart from this, there are other costs also. That is, the travel expenses incurred for the project is 1,87,500. Apart from this, the depreciation. Depreciation on laptops. So see, two laptops were purchased at a cost of 50,000 each. So the total amount spent on laptop is how much? 50,000 into 2. So total 1 lakh is spent. Of this, the useful life is 2 years, and the duration of project is 6 months only. So into 6 by 12. So the depreciation amount will be, and this will be the total cost, that is 7,75,000 the salaries, 387,500 are my other overhead, 187,500 and 25,000. So this will be 13,75,000. So this is all what about this question. If you guys have any doubts or queries relating to this question, you guys can post your queries. Those who want to copy the explanation can copy this part also. Good morning, Kuldeep. Anyone having any doubts in this part, you guys can post your queries. Travel expenses are given separately. These are given separately, but repairs and administration expenses are given as a whole. So the point is how to charge this. So this is the way to charge these overheads. So when talking about these overheads, that is 3 lakh and 12 lakh, the question is we need to charge these overheads to this project to calculate the project cost. But the point is how there is no basis of apportionment or allocation is given. So the point is, since information technology industry is highly dependent upon skilled workforce, so in absence of information, all the overheads absorbed that are incurred as a whole for the company will be absorbed on the basis of salary paid to the IT professionals. So the overheads that are incurred as a whole, not specifically for this project, are 15 lakh, and the total salary paid by the company is 30 lakh. It means what? 50% is my absorption rate. दैट इज जो भी सैलरी पे करेंगे उसके 50% जो है रिपेयर्स मेंटेनेंस एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ओवरहेड्स होंगे. So herein the salary paid for this project is 7,75,000. So 50% will be what? My other overheads. Travel expenses are given separately for this project. Depreciation is given separately for this project. Read the question carefully, Kuldeep. Travel expenses are given separately for this project. Depreciation is given separately for this project. But the administration repairs overheads are given as a whole for the company. So that's why we are calculating the absorption rate and then we are charging these overheads to this project cost. So Kuldeep and Harsh, hopefully your query is resolved. Harsh Mishra, I request you guys to copy this note also, please. Yes, Harsh Mishra. So enough of discussion on information technology based industries. So the point is the format is very simple, wherein simply you have to prepare statement of cost, follow the instructions that are given in the question and solve the question. Next concept is costing of toll roads. So let's start with illustration number 10, page number 12.39. I request you guys to open your study material. Let's discuss illustration number 10. Page number 12.39. So BHG Toll Plaza Limited built a 60 kilometers long highway and now operates a toll plaza to collect the toll from the passing vehicles using highway. The company has estimated that a total of 12 crore vehicles, only single type of vehicles will be used using the highway during the 10-year toll collection tenure. Toll operating and maintenance costs for the month of April are as follows. So the data is given for the month of April, wherein salaries details are given, that is to collection persons, supervisor, security persons, toll booth manager, electricity, telephone, maintenance cost. So so these are the information given as regards the cost. Now monthly depreciation and amortization expenses will be 1 crore 50 lakh. Further, the company needs 25% profit over the total cost to cover interest and other costs. Calculate the cost per kilometer per month and calculate the toll rate per vehicle. So again, this is another type of industry wherein the toll collection agencies, how they calculate the toll. So herein the concept is again very simple. Simply prepare the statement of cost and the units. So when talking about the two questions that are asked in this part is that you have to calculate the cost per kilometer. So total cost divided by kilometers. Second point, what they are asking is calculate the toll rate per vehicle. So total amount divided by the number of vehicles traveled. So anyways, let's start with this question. Illustration number 10. So let's start. The first point is salaries. So collection persons, 3 shifts, 4 person per shift, and 550 per day per person. So total 3 shifts and 4 persons per shift. So total 12 persons. They are paying 550 per day into 30 days in a month. I repeat again, there are total 3 shifts, total 4 persons into 550 per day into 30 days in a month. So the total amount will be 1,98,000. Next is supervisor. Two shifts, 1 person, 750 rupees per day into 30 days in a month. Next is security personals. It is 3 shifts, 6 persons. 450 per day into 30 days in a month. Next is stall booth manager. It will be 2 shift, 1 person, 900 per day per person. So we are done with the salary part now. Next is electricity, 8 lakh rupees. Telephone, it is 1,40,000. Maintenance cost, it is 30 lakh. Monthly depreciation and amortization expenses are 1 crore 50 lakh. So this is all what about the cost. So 1,98,000, 45,000, 2,43,000, 54,000, 8 lakh, 1 lakh 40, 30 lakh, and 1 crore 50 lakh. So this will be 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000. Now they are asking us to calculate the cost per kilometer per month. So now this is what the total cost per month. When talking about the number of kilometers, the number of kilometers are 60. So what will be my cost per kilometer? So 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 divided by 60. So my cost per kilometer will be 3,24,667. So this is the total cost and this is the cost per kilometer per month. Now, apart from this, the next question is calculate the toll rate per vehicle. Total cost we have calculated is 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000. Now, they are saying that the further the company needs 25% profit over total cost to cover the interest and other costs. So my profit is 25%. So I'll get the revenue. So 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000 divided by number of vehicles. So when talking about the number of vehicles, see, it is given in the question that the company has estimated that a total of 12 crore vehicles, only single type of vehicles will be using the highway during the 10-year toll collection tenure. So when talking about the number of vehicles, so the number of vehicles they are estimating is 12 crores for a period of how many years? For a period of 10 years. So into 1 by 10, so we will get the per year. And if we want to calculate for the month, because this cost is for this revenue is for the month, so into 1 by 12. So total 10 lakh vehicles will be using this highway. So total 10 lakh vehicles will be using this highway. So toll rate per vehicle will be 24 rupees 35 paisa. Let me check. There are few. Very good, Minu. Good morning. Anyone having any doubts? So there are few queries. Let me check. So number of kilometers, the total number of kilometers are 60, Jaya. The total number of kilometers are 60. Anyone else with any doubts? So Arun, two managers for two shifts. Total cost is toll manager. So see, toll booth manager, there is two shifts, 1% and 900 per day per person. Please read the question carefully, Arun. Check the question. The toll booth manager, it is two shift per person, 900 per day per person. Please recheck the question, Arun. See, Minu, the question is, so we calculate total cost for kilometer per month and for revenue only. See the questions, read the question carefully. Half of the work is done when you read the question carefully. See, the question is not asking the revenue per kilometer per month. The question is asking what? The toll cost per kilometer per month. The cost per kilometer per month. And when talking about the toll rate per vehicle, for calculating the rate to be charged from the vehicle, we need to add the profit. Total kilometer means, see, think practically, Jaya. See, suppose there is a toll road of 100 kilometers, and suppose 10 lakh vehicles are passing. So if we want to calculate the cost per kilometer, then it will be very simple. The total cost divided by 100 kilometers. So straight away, I think you are misinterpreting the question. Straight away, the total cost divided by the number of kilometers, Jaya. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Yes. Arun, please read the question. See, the toll booth manager. It is given in the question. Toll booth manager, two shifts, one person, 900 per day per person. Please check, Arun. Please check, Arun. This part, Arun. Yes, if we want to fix up the selling price, we need to add the profit, Minu. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? Arun, hopefully your query is resolved. Now a question from my side. See, in the previous question, in case of IT industry, the total cost to the company is given and we have to prepare the cost of a particular project. So limited resources were used for that project. But when talking about toll, straight away we have to calculate the rate per toll. That's why. I hope, Linga, your query is resolved. So the cost is the same. An additional question from my side. One second, guys. So, the cost per month is same. That is 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000. Now I have framed an additional question wherein company is estimating a profit of 20% on the total revenue to cover the interest and other costs. Total of 15 crore vehicles will be using the road for a period of 12 years, wherein when talking about the vehicles, it is passenger vehicles are 50%, commercial vehicles are 30%, and balance are heavy vehicles. Toll rate for the commercial vehicles will be 3 times of the passenger vehicle, and toll rate for the heavy vehicles will be 5 times of the passenger vehicles. You are required to calculate the toll rate for all the three category of vehicles, giving you 5 to 7 minutes time to post the solution. Toll rate is per vehicle. Yes, Kuldeep. The cost is the same. That is 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000. I've got answer from Jaya, Shamli, and Kuldeep. You have to calculate the toll rate separately for all the three categories of vehicles, Kuldeep. Rest all waiting for your answers. Yes, Linga, Nitya, Miss Prajapati, Namrata, Aditya, Gunjan, Prince, Rohan, Mujahid, Arun, Chetra, waiting for your answers. Yes, Minu, waiting for your answer. Why you guys are taking so much of time? I'm surprised. Pooja, are you going to pay this much of toll for every vehicle? 12 lakh 17,000, sorry, 1 crore 21 lakh 71,867. Yes, Pooja, you have to calculate the toll rate per vehicle for all the three categories of vehicle. So, Harsh Mishra, your answer is not matching with the other students. Do recheck your calculation, Harsh. Pooja, again, please check and repost the answer. Anyone else? Last 2 minutes. Let me check, Kuldeep. Gunjan, again, your answer is different from all the other students. Same goes with Kuldeep also. I'm getting so many answers for one question. Anyone else? Last 1 minute for you now. Yes, Arun Sagar, Prince Mandal, Rohan Bachawat. Okay, so I've got answer from Prajapati Namrata. Let me check. I need to check, Namrata. Okay, so now Pooja has posted the answer. So let me check, Pooja. Okay, Namrata, let me check. So see, my total cost I have 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000. Profit on revenue is how much? 20%. So what will be my revenue? So 1 crore 94 lakh 80,000 divided by 80%. So my total revenue will be 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000. The same revenue. Now, when talking about the number of vehicles per month, so total 15 crore vehicles were there. They were using for a period of how many years? 12 years. Into the per month is 1 by 12. So vehicle per month is 1 crore. So now when talking about the passenger vehicles, so passenger vehicles are 50%. So these are the number of vehicles what are passing through this road. Now let the toll rate for passenger vehicles be X. So therefore, the toll rate for commercial vehicle be 3X and heavy vehicle be 5X. Therefore, passenger 520834X plus 31,200 into 3X, sorry, 3,12,500 into 3X plus 208 into 5X. This should be equal to 2 crore 43 lakh 50,000. So therefore, the value of X will be 9.74. So for passenger vehicle, it will be 9.74. For commercial vehicle, it will be 29.22. Heavy vehicle, it will be 48.7. So this is the solution. If you guys have any doubts or queries in this part, you guys can post your queries. Still your answer is incorrect. Please recheck your answer, Kuldeep. Yes, Jaya, your answer was correct. Very good, Jaya. So Jaya was, I think, the first one to post the answer. So see, it is given in the question that the total number of vehicles will be using the road for a period of 12 years is how much? 15 crore. So 15 crore vehicles, the vehicles will be passing over a period of 12 years. So per year it will be how much? 15 crore divided by 12. So every year 1 crore 25 lakh vehicle will be passing. For every year 1 crore 25 lakh. So for every month how much? 10 lakh 41,667 vehicles. Of this 10 lakh 41,667 vehicles, 50% will be passenger, 30% will be commercial, and balance 20% will be heavy vehicle. So this is the breakup. Now when talking about the toll rate, for passenger vehicle if it is X, so for commercial vehicle it will be 3X, and for heavy vehicle it will be 5X. So let's prepare the equation. So the value of X will be 9.74. So for passenger vehicle it will be 9.74. For commercial vehicle 29.22, and heavy vehicle it is 48.7. Yes, Shamli, I know your answer was correct. So I think Shamli and Jaya posted the answer, in a gap of 20-30 seconds, and both of you guys, your answers were correct. Rest, I got answer from Harsh Mishra. It was incorrect, but no worries, Harsh. Pooja, please recheck your calculation. What went wrong, Pooja? Namrata? Kuldeep, your answer was also incorrect. What went wrong? Yes, Kuldeep. I request you guys to copy the question and the solution. A similar question was asked 2 days back in exams also. So the point is, you should stick to the concept, read the question carefully, and then start writing the answer. You can check the paper. This type of question was asked 2 days back in exams. So I mean, the point is that there is nothing new. The point is, if you are thorough with the concepts, and if you practice few questions, you'll be able to solve the question in exams. Anyways, those who have any doubts or queries, you can post. And apart from this, those who want to copy the question and the solution, then you can copy. Yes, Meenu. The total cost, I'm using this from the previous question only, Chetra. I'm using the cost of the previous question, what I have discussed. Which 24 you are talking about, Harsh? Can you please explain? Harsh, if possible, unmute. If you are using mic, just raise your hand. If you have mic, raise your hand, Harsh. You have mic, Harsh? Yes, Harsh. I think you're talking about the vehicle per month, right, Harsh? So you directly divided by 24. That's why you got the wrong answer, right? Now see Harsh, it is 15 crore divided by 1 by 12 into 1 by 12, right? So if you divide it by 1 by 12 and 1 by 12, it will be 1 by 144, not 24. 12 into 12 is 144. 12 plus 12 nahi karna hai. 12 into 12 karna hai, Harsh. I hope it is clear now. Arun, I'm not getting what you are posting. Arun, I hope your query is resolved. Harsh Mishra. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? So now let's proceed further. So let's start with illustration number 14. I request you guys to open page number 12.54. I request you guys to open page number 12.54, illustration number 14. This is related to the companies who are generating electricity and providing us electricity. So let's start illustration number 14. Prepare the cost statement of Ignis thermal power station showing the cost of electricity generated per kilowatt. So here in the units are what? My electricity generated. So this is a power station. So from the data provided below pertaining to the year 22-23, wherein the total units generated were 20 lakh kilowatt. When talking about the cost, it is operating labor, it is 30 lakh, repairs and maintenance, it is 10 lakh, lubricating spares and stores, it is 8 lakh, plant supervision, it is 6 lakh, administration overheads are 40 lakh. 5 kilowatt of electricity generated per kilo of coal, 5 kilowatt of electricity generated per kg of coal consumed at the rate 4 rupees 25 paisa per kg. Depreciation charges are 5% on the capital cost of 5 crore. So let's start with this question. Now see, the solution has been given wherein they are bifurcating the cost in two parts, that is fixed and variable. But even if you guys prepare a statement of cost straight away, the examiner is not going to deduct marks. So let's start with this question, illustration number 14. Either you can bifurcate the cost in two parts, that is fixed or variable, or alternatively, you can prepare straight away the statement of cost also. Both the approaches are correct. So I am preparing the statement as per fixed and variable only. So operating labor cost is always a variable cost. This is 30 lakh. Next is repairs and maintenance. Repairs and maintenance, it is 10 lakh. Lubricating oil is also variable cost. Lubricating spares and stores, 8 lakh. Now plant supervision and administration overheads are fixed cost. So plant supervision, it is 6 lakh. Administration overheads are 40 lakh. Now next is depreciation, that is 5 crore into 5%. This will be 25 lakh. Now next is 5 kilowatt of electricity generated per kg of coal consumed. 5 kilowatt of electricity generated per kg. So see, total 20 lakh kilowatt electricity was generated. Now, from every kg, of coal, 5 kilowatt is generated. So how much coal was required? So 20 lakh divided by 5. So we consumed 4 lakh kgs of coal, and the cost of coal is how much? 4.25 per kg. So the cost of the coal will be 17 lakh. So this will be my total fixed cost. This will be my total B. My total cost will be A plus B. So this will be 71 lakh. $65 lakh. That will be 1 crore 36 lakh. This will be my total cost. And the question is asking us to calculate prepare the cost statement of Ignis and showing the cost of electricity generated per kilowatt. So if we divide it by my kilowatt, we'll get the cost per kilowatt. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries. Good morning, Santosh. Meenu, see, the language is clear, where in total 20 lakh kilowatt was generated. Of this, from every 1 kg, 5 kilowatt was generated. So how many kgs of coal was consumed? Very simple, 20 lakh divided by 5, that is 4 lakh kgs of coal was consumed. Yes, examiner. See, in transportation industry, it's fixed that you have to distribute the cost in 3 parts. That is fixed, variable, and maintenance cost. Okay, Kuldeep, that's okay. No worries. Yes, Meenu. I hope your query is resolved. Meenu. Anyone else with any doubts or queries? There is one more question on power generation industry, illustration number 15. So I'm discussing this question verbally. So illustration number 15, that is the next illustration I'm discussing verbally. Again, a very easy and simple question, wherein Solar Power Limited has a power generation capacity of 1000 megawatts per day. So per day capacity is 1000 megawatts. Now, on an average, it operates 85% of the installed capacity. It means what? They are generating 850 megawatts per day. The cost structure is given, wherein the employee cost is given in lakhs. Solar panel and maintenance cost again is given. Site maintenance cost is given, and depreciation is also given. So you are required to calculate the cost per kilowatt, not the megawatt. And 1 megawatt is equals to 1000 kilowatts. So straight away you have to calculate the total cost. When talking about the total capacity, it is 1000 into 85%. That is 850 megawatt in a day. So if we multiply it by 365, we will get 3,10,250 megawatt in a year. So 3,10,250 megawatt in a year. And if we multiply it by 1000, we will get the kilowatt. So in short, the total cost divided by 3,10,250 divided by 1000, we will get the cost per kilowatt. That's it all what about the question. You guys can check the question. If you guys have any doubts in this question, you guys can post your query. Minu, I've already discussed this question now. Very good. 310250000. Very good, Jaya. Anyone else with any doubts or queries in power generation industry or ITs or costing of toll roads? Anyone with any doubts or queries? Okay, Minu. So guys, now let's take a break of 15 minutes. I'll be back after 15 minutes with few more concepts. So let's take a break of 15 minutes. Admin sir, are you there? Welcome back, my friends. So now we are done with the power generation sector also. So let's start with one more question. That is illustration number 13. Illustration number 13. The illustration is related to the companies who are providing finance, so financial institutions. So let's start with illustration number 13, wherein the loan department of a bank performs several functions in addition to home loan application processing task. It is estimated that 25% of the overhead cost of loan department are applicable to the processing of home loan application. So there is a loan department in a bank which are doing various activity. Of this, home loan is also an activity, and they are saying that whatever the overhead costs that are incurred by that loan department, 25% belongs to the home loan department. The following information is given concerning the processing of a loan application, wherein direct professional labor, it is 4 employee and rupees 60,000 each, that is 2,40,000. This is the monthly cost. Sorry, loan department overhead cost monthly. Chief loan officer salary, it is 75,000. Telephone expenses are 7,500. Depreciation, legal advice, advertising, miscellaneous, and total overhead cost is given. So this cost is apart from the loan processor monthly salary. You are required to compute the cost of processing home loan application on assumption that 500 home loan applications are processed each month. So it's a very simple and a straight away question, wherein the illustration number is 13. And the question is asking us to you are required to compute the cost of processing home loan application on the assumption that 500 home loans applications are processed each month. So very simple statement of cost. When talking about the direct salaries, that is the direct professional labor cost, it is 2,40,000. And it is given in the question that 25% overhead goes to the home loan department. So the total overheads are 1,81,000. So 25% goes to this home loan department. So this will be 45,250. So my total cost will be 285,250. Divided by the home loans. The number of home loans were 500. So cost per home loan. That's it. This is the solution. If you guys have any doubts or conceptual queries, you guys can post your queries. Very good, Jaya. Mr. Linga, in problem 15, page 12.56, why G multiplied by 1 lakh? See, the question is asking in problem number illustration number 15, the question is asking us the cost per kilowatt, and the details are given for megawatt, and 1 megawatt is equals to 1000 kilowatt. That's why we have multiplied by 1000. So one more question is there that is related to insurance companies also. I think that is illustration number 12, that is related to insurance company. So see, be it any industry, be it any type of industry, the key is what? The preparation of statement of cost divided by units. So in electricity department, it will be the kilowatts of electricity generated. In home loan department, it will be the number of loans generated. If it is any other hotel industry and all, then it will be dependent upon the number of room days. So the point is, in service costing, there is no rocket science. Simply, you have to prepare the statement of cost divided by units. The units may vary from industry to industry. So now let's discuss one more question. I'll be discussing this question verbally. Illustration number 12. I request you guys to open illustration number 12. Page number is 12.49. So Sainzet Life Care Limited operates in life insurance business. So there is a company who is running life insurance business. Last year, it launched a new term insurance policy for practicing professionals, Professional Protection Plus. The company has incurred the following expenditure during the last year for the policy. So Protection Plus policy, these are the cost. That is policy development cost, cost of marketing of the policy, sales support expenditure, policy issuance cost, policy servicing cost, claim management cost, IT cost, postage and logistic cost, facilities, employees, and office and administration cost. Number of policies sold were 528. The number of policies sold were 528. And the insured value, the insured amount is 1320 crores. That is 1320 crores. Calculate the total cost for professional protection plus policy, segregating the cost in the four main activities. So herein they are saying that whatever the total cost is, see, the cost is given straight away. We can directly calculate the total. But this question is clearly mentioned that you have to divide the cost in four categories. That is marketing and sales support, operation, IT, and support function. So thereafter, they are saying calculate cost per policy, and then they are saying calculate cost per rupee of the insured value. So when talking about second and third question, it's very easy. But the first part, we have to categorize the cost in four parts. So the first part is marketing and sales support. So at the end of the day, you have to use common sense and then write down the answer. So when talking about the marketing and sales support, see, the policy development cost, it's basically a marketing and sales support cost, cost of marketing of policy, straight away marketing cost, sales support expenses, again, it's a sales support cost. Now, the next is operation cost. So the major operation of the insurance business is what? Issuing of policy, admitting claims and processing claims. So herein, When talking about the day-to-day operation, policy issuance cost will go under this category. Policy servicing cost will go under this category, and claim management cost will go under this category. So straight away, if you know, if you have a bit idea about the insurance business, the major operation of insurance is what? Receiving the premium, processing the policies, and issuing claims. If the claims are, if the claims are generated, then we have to clear the claims. So these are the major operations. So policy issuance cost, policy servicing cost, and claims and management cost will go under the major operation cost. Third is IT. Straight away, the IT cost is given in the question. And rest, all the other expenses will go under support cost. That is postage and logistic, facility cost, employee cost, office administration cost. So we have got the total cost, that is 2 crore 36 lakh 3,600. 2 crore 36 lakh 3,600 is the cost. So we have got the cost. If they are asking us to calculate the cost per policy, we have the number of policies also. So we will divide it by number of policies. And if they are asking cost per rupee of the insured value, then we will divide it by the insured value. We will get the cost per rupee of the insured value. So if you guys have any doubts or queries in this part, then you guys can post. If the question is asking the second and third part only, suppose the question is asking that you are required to calculate the cost per policy and cost per rupee of the insured value, then straight away prepare the statement of cost, calculate the total cost divided by either the number of policies issued or divided by the per rupee of insured value straight away. But herein, we are doing all this exercise, we are dividing it in 4 parts because the question is clearly specified. So at this point, you have to use common sense. Again, there is no fixed pattern. There is no fixed pattern in insurance companies. So the point is, you have to use common sense and bifurcate the cost. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your queries. Waiting for your queries, guys. So we are done with transportation, hotels, hospitals, ITs, tolls, then electricity generating companies. Apart from this, we discussed insurance companies and financial institution. Let me check if anything is left out. Okay, so the education industry is left out. So again, there is no fixed pattern that exam में क्या पूछा जाएगा. See, in the just in the last attempt only, they asked the question on toll collection booths. In the next attempt, they can ask some different question on different industry. Again, it's not certain that ये जो material में दिया गया कि okay, these are the industries. They can ask some different question on some different industry also. The point is, the concept is that calculate the total cost divided by units. Units may vary from industry to industry. So this chapter requires bit of common sense also. Anyways, let's proceed further. One second, there is a query. Kuldeep, I'm not getting what you are asking. Can you please brief? Yes. Yes, illustration 11 is quite lengthy. I'll be discussing verbally. Plus, apart from this, I'll be discussing few key points. Edwin sir, can you please unmute Kuldeep Nagar? Yes, Kuldeep, tell me.
Hello. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, my dear. Tell me.
Sir, if similar costs are given in main table as well as in separate comprehension, uh, like travel expenses and admin expenses. So, admin expenses is given in main table, and travel expenses is given separately in wordings. Then we have to assume that uh, the admin cost is separate and travel cost is
Yes,
separate.
my
It is
dear,
not
because
part of admin cost.
see the point is जो आपको सबसे बेस्ट ओपिनियन लगता है, go with that opinion. But if it is given separately, then we have to assume that the travel cost is apart from the general administration cost. But if the question clearly mentions that the travel expenses form part of administration cost and some additional points are given as regards travel expenses, then you have to consider that. Rest, the point is if any information is given separately, then we will assume that it's a separate cost. Kuldeep,
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
anything else?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, one more query is there from Linga. Let me cover the queries first because many students solve the question also. So there is a query from Linga regarding illustration number 6. I request you guys to open illustration number 6. He has posted a query that how to calculate equivalent single room suit page number 12.2 for illustration number 6. So let's calculate the equivalent number of room for illustration number 6. I request you guys to open illustration number 6, page number 12.23. So let's start with illustration number 6, wherein a company runs a holiday home. For this purpose, it has hired a building at a rent of rupees 10,000 per month, along with 5% of the total takings. So the rent is 10,000 per month plus 5% of the sales will be paid to the landlord. It has given three types of suites for its customers: single, double, and triple, wherein single rooms are 100, double rooms are 50, triple rooms are 30. The occupancy percentage is 100, 80, and 60. The rent of the double suite is to be fixed at 2.5 times of the single room, and that of triple suite is twice of the double room suite. I have discussed this question. I think a similar question I have discussed. Anyways, for your reference, I'm discussing this question. Uh, as far as the last line is concerned, assume 360 days in a year. So let's start with this calculation, illustration number 6. I'm just explaining the equivalent number of rooms. So we will first calculate the calculation of room days. I've discussed a similar question in the previous class only. So the number of rooms are 100 and the occupancy is 100% into 360 days. 50 rooms, 80%. 30 rooms, 60%. So these are the total number of room days. Very good, Kuldeep. Arun, let me complete this question first. Now see, the rent of double suite is to be fixed 2.5 times of single room. So let so therefore rent of double room will be how much? 2.5 times of single room. So 2.5x. Therefore, rent of triple room will be how much? It is given that the of triple room suite as twice of double room. So twice of double room, it means what? 5x. So 2.5 into 2.5x into 2. So this is how I got 5x. So very simple, 36,000x plus 14,400 into 2.5x plus 6480 into 5x is equals to I hope Linga your query is resolved. Jaya, wait for a few minutes. Linga, hopefully your query is resolved. No worries. I have discussed a similar question. You can check the recorded session, the recorded part of the previous session. So now let me check. There are few queries. It is 6480, no? It is 6480 only, Namrata. So, okay, let me check. There are a few queries. Jaya. So, Jaya, I think you skipped the first class when talking about absolute and commercial ton kilometer. Absolute use the weighted average approach that we are following in all the transportation question, and commercial is basically the simple average approach wherein you have to calculate the total kilometers into the average tons. Total kilometers into average ton. I have discussed illustration number first in the first lecture, so you can refer that illustration. I have discussed this part in detail, Jaya. So just check my first lecture of this chapter. You'll be able to figure out. When talking about absolute, it uses the weighted average approach. When talking about commercial part, it uses the simple average approach. That is the total kilometers into average tons. I hope your query is resolved, Jaya. Okay, there was one query from Arun. Sir, policy development cost, how it come under marketing and sales? So a question from my side to you, Arun. Let me open this question once again. See, policy development cost, which is the most appropriate classification? Can you tell me, Arun? Can we put it under operation? Operation has nothing to do with policy development. Operation means what? Basically, receiving premium, servicing policy, passing claims. That's it. Again, policy development has nothing to do with IT and nothing to do with the support function. Policy development is not a support function. So we are left out with the only part, that is marketing and sales support. Can you classify it under any other category? It's not operational cost. Policy development is not an operation cost. Operation cost means the day-to-day cost, that is postage, telegram, salaries, depreciation, rent, electricity. These are my operation support services. The support functions are all what? All the general office expenses are my support functions. Arun. Yes, I'm explaining now this illustration only. So now let's start with the last question for today's session and for today's, in fact, for this chapter. So illustration number 11, again, if you read this question with patience and try to solve the question patiently, you'll be able to solve this. But if you will see the solution first, then you will read the question, then you will see that, okay, you will feel like that I won't be able to solve the question. So the key is, when you find such a lengthy question, read the question step by step, prepare your extracts, and then try to solve the question. See, the reading part is most important part. So AD Higher Secondary School offers courses for 11th and 12th standard in 3 streams: arts, commerce, and science. AHSS runs higher secondary classes along with primary and secondary. So in short, this school is running primary, secondary, and higher secondary. In higher secondary, there are 3 streams, that is arts, commerce, and science. So primary, secondary, and higher secondary. In this, they are running 3 streams: arts, commerce, and science. But for accounting purpose, it treats higher secondary as a separate responsibility center. So for the management, this is a separate responsibility center. Now the managing committee of the school want to revise the fee structure for higher secondary student. So they are talking only about the higher secondary student. This part they have ignored. The accountant of the school has provided the following details for the year. So they have given the detail for the year as a whole, wherein when talking about teachers, they have 25 teachers and their salary is 35,000 per month. The principal salary is 14,40,000. Lab attendant salaries, there are 2 attendants and they are paying them 15,000 per month. Salary to library staff is given, salary to peon is given, salary to other staff is given, examination expenditures are given, office and administration cost is given, annual day expenses are given, and sports expenses are given. So this much is the cost that is given. Now additional information is given. When talking about the number of students, so total number of students are how much? 840 plus 180 plus 360 plus 120. So the strength of the school is how much? 1500 students. Of this, for the primary and secondary, it is 840, and rest goes with arts, commerce, and science. Now, the lab classes in a year is only for the science students. That is 144 classes for the science students, and rest all are for primary and secondary. The number of examination are same for all the grades. That is arts 2, commerce 2, science 2, and primary and secondary 2. Now, time spent at a library by a student per year. So the time spent at the library is given. Time spent by principal for administration is given. Teachers for 11th and 12th standard is also given. So now, let's read the question first, then we will. Now, one teacher who teaches economics for art stream students also teaches commerce stream student. So there is a teacher who teaches economics for art stream students, also teaches commerce stream students. The teacher take 1040 classes in a year. it includes 208 classes for the commerce student. Next is there is another teacher who teaches mathematics for science stream students, also teaches business mathematics to commerce stream students. She takes 1100 classes in a year. It includes 160 classes for commerce students. One peon is fully for higher secondary section. Other peon dedicate their 15% time for higher secondary section. All schools students, irrespective of their section and age, participate in annual functions. So ultimately now the question is giving the breakup that kaun si cost kaun se section mein jayega. Now calculate the cost per student per annum for all the three streams. So the point is we have to calculate the cost of three streams, that is arts, commerce and science. So when talking about the cost, now let's get back to the cost. Teacher salary. Teacher salary will be distributed in the ratio of number of students, because see, no other basis is given. So it will be distributed, number of teachers is also given, 4, 5, 6 and 10. So teacher salary will be distributed in the ratio of 4:5:6:10. 10 we are not at all concerned. Of this 4, 5 and 6, there are some adjustments that need to be made for economics and maths teacher. So teacher salary will be distributed on the basis of number of teachers. Principal salary, again, the basis of distribution is given, that is the time spent by the principal for administration. Lab attendant salary will be dependent upon the lab classes in a year. So the lab classes are given in the question. Salary to the library staff will be distributed in the ratio of time spent at library by the students. So it is straight away given. The breakup of peon is given, wherein one peon is dedicated fully for higher secondary and other peons dedicate 15% of their time. So we can distribute in the ratio that is given. Salary to other staff, if nothing is given, then it is to be distributed in the ratio of number of students. Examination expenditure, it is given straight away that the number of exams are equal. Office and administration cost, if nothing is given, then we can distribute it in the ratio of number of students. Annual day expenses, again, it can be distributed in the ratio of number of students. Sports also the same thing. So everything is given in the question. These 2 points are the key. That is the teacher part, that is for arts and mathematics. So I'll be discussing this part only. So see, the teacher salary is 35,000 per month. 35,000 rupees per month into 12 months in a year. Now see, 4 teacher, 5 teacher and 6 teacher. So 4, it will be 16,80,000. For 5 teacher, it will be 21 lakh. 4, 5 and last is how many teachers? It is 6 divided by. So this will be 25,20,000. This is the salary of the teacher that is directly distributed. Now, let's start with the second point, that one teacher who teaches economics for arts stream students also teaches commerce stream student. So there is one teacher whose salary is how much? 35,000 into 12, whose salary is 4,20,000. It is given that the teacher take 1,040 classes in a year. So divided by 1,040. So it takes 1,040 classes in a year. Of this, 208 classes is for the commerce student. So it means 84,000 proportionate salary that was going to an arts teacher, it should go in the commerce section. So 84,000, it will be subtracted from here, and 84,000 will be added here. How come I got this 84,000? Very simple. That is 35,000 into 12. The salary is 4,20,000. The teacher take how many classes in a year? 1,040 classes in a year. Of this, 208 goes to the commerce student. So that teacher is what? An arts teacher. So the teacher salary is already included in arts stream. So it will 84,000 will be deducted from arts and it will be added to the commerce. The same adjustment will be done for the maths teacher also. Wherein the salary for the maths teacher is 4,20,000. This maths teacher is from which stream? Science stream. So it will be deducted from the science stream and it will be added to the cost this stream. So the total salary is 4,20,000. It includes 160 classes for the commerce student. So this will be 61091. 61091 will be deducted from science and 61091 will go under commerce. This amount we will get is for the teacher's salary. So this part was the key. Rest, everything is straight away. The point is, read the question with patience and you have to distribute the cost among arts, commerce and science. So this is the teacher's salary for arts, commerce and science. I hope this part is clear to all. Examiner can ask anything. Yes, Minu, can you please see? These are the this much, 4, 5 and 6. There are 4 in arts, 5 in commerce and 6 in science. Now, of this one teacher of arts, out of 4, 3 is fine. But out of 4, this salary is for what? How many? 4 teachers, 5 teachers and 6 teachers. They are saying that there is one teacher in arts who is teaching commerce students also, whose proportionate amount is 84,000. So this 84,000 will be deducted because it was added in the arts. So it will be deducted from arts because they are giving time to whom? The commerce stream. And there is one science teacher whose total salary is 25, whose salary is included in this part. He is dedicating time to whom? The commerce part. That's why I have deducted it from science and put it in commerce. I hope this part is clear to you, Meenu. Which question you are talking about, Pooja? This is for the teacher. Okay, I'll be discussing this part also, Gunjan. Just give me a minute. Let me check if there are any other queries. C means you already added in this and now. See, it is this total amount now. It already includes the salary of all the teachers. But there is a particular teacher who belongs to art stream, whose salary is charged to art stream, but it is providing services to the commerce stream. So the proportionate amount will be deducted from arts and it will go to commerce menu. So there is one query from the student, sir. What about the salary of peon? Please explain. So see, let's get back to the point. One peon is fully dedicated for higher secondary section. Other peon dedicate their 15% time for higher secondary section. So see, when talking about the salary of peon, one peon is straight away for higher secondary section. So 1 into 10,000 into 12. 1,20,000 will directly go to the higher secondary section, and the remaining three peons, 3 into 10,000 into 12, they are dedicating 15% of their time. So 3,60,000 into 15%, that is 54,000 will proportionately go to the higher secondary section. So this will be 1,74,000. It is to be distributed. Now see, no other basis is given, so it is to be distributed in the ratio of number of students for arts, commerce, and stream, that is 120, 360, and 180. So this is the ratio. I'll post the final answer, Pooja. Give me some time. I hope this part is clear. One of the students raised the query on this part. Security guard, where it is given. Where is security guard given, Aditya? I don't think there is a security guard. The office and administration expenses, salary to other staff will be distributed in the ratio of number of students. So I hope this part is clear to all. I hope you find this chapter very easy and interesting. So anyways, guys, we are done with this chapter. Again, a very important chapter. Examiner will ask question on this chapter for sure of approx 8 marks. If you guys have any doubts or queries, you guys can post your query. Rest, I am done with the explanation. I am done with the chapter. I think we have discussed many questions on this chapter. The key of this chapter is the total cost divided by units. The units may vary from industry to industry. When talking about the fixed format, it goes with the transportation industry. Apart from this, you can somehow somewhere distribute the cost in fixed and variable in electricity generating company. Rest, there is no format of service cost sheet, simply total cost divided by units. You'll find variety of question in study material, past practice manual, MTPs, RTPs, past examination papers. So just you can refer the portal, students portal, and extract the question and write your answers, and then only check the final answer. आप एक पॉइंट सॉल्व करते हैं, फिर आंसर चेक करते हैं, फिर दूसरा पॉइंट सॉल्व करते हैं, फिर आंसर चेक करते हैं. Don't do this. Write the complete solution and then check the final answer. I know it's bit time consuming, but trust me, it will it will help you to improve the concepts also, and you'll be more confident while writing the paper. So enough of discussion. Day after tomorrow I'll be starting. Yes, Aminu. So day after tomorrow I'll be starting with a new chapter, a very important chapter, that is marginal costing. Sorry, I think it is standard costing now. Again, many students are facing problem in standard costing that they are not being able to memorize the formula. So guys, I'll be discussing the concepts and the logic behind these formulas, be it marginal costing and standard costing, whatever it is. So those who are watching the lectures via any other media or any other way, do join over Zoom. Whatever the queries you have, you guys can post your queries. So the more you will communicate, the better will be you guys will be with the concept. So try to join over Zoom. Whatever the queries you have, just post your queries. I'm here to address all your queries. So take care of yourself. Try to solve the questions today itself of this chapter. The chapter is easy and interesting, and it's very practical, and it is widely and practically used. So try to solve the questions today itself, and take care of yourself. See you day after tomorrow with new chapter. Thank you so much for your time and patience. Admin sir, I'm done. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.